Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grim Reaper coming at you for another video of Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully you're looking after yourselves. C is finished, and we did grab the win in SP, so I'll be very busy for today on my account, especially with the Odin event going live in a couple of hours. You guys will be watching this on the Friday, as I'm recording this a day earlier. So yeah. Anyway, I wanted to bring a very interesting video and do something a bit different with the new champion, Loki, right? Loki is a new champion that's recently come to Raid, free to play, as a freebie, and basically is come into the game. And he's got a very interesting kit and very good ratings over the board. I don't feel like he's Monkey's level at the moment, but I don't feel like he's like trash tier either. He's definitely got a lot of mischievous things about his kit. Now, I've been promising you a new bomb strategy video. Well, not a new one, but it's been around for a long time, but basically an updated guide on that. And there's been a lot of people asking me to do a video on this. So I thought, what better to do this with Loki the Deceiver, right? Like, basically this ability spreads all the bombs, like a 2-hack or a Vizier with ASTALITH, especially pushing Platinum Arena or just looking to farm very quickly. Now, this could potentially work lower level live arena if you're extremely lucky, but it's extremely risky compared to a bomb strategies. So personally, I wouldn't advise it, but I've seen it work 1 or 2 times for sure. So this will be something we'll look at for today. I will talk about the goods and the bads within the video, and then I'll show you all the builds and drop all the timestamps down below. We'll show you my Ashtloth build and Loki the Deceiver. I'm not going to show you anyone else because it's not really part of today's video. So let's go into No Head and go into the arena and see what we are talking about. Now, there's goods and bads. I played a little bit with him on the stream. I'll talk about a few counters to this. So first of all, before you do anything within this, you need to speed tune. Speed tune is key. If you don't speed tune, you'll get cut in and you'll die. There's a couple of counters to this as well. Counters, Marishka. You can counter Marishka by removing the debuffs, which is very nice. Shame as Loki is only a single because of his AoE. Loki would be able to counter that, but Lady M can basically work with that, the free mythical. And also Suzerain, but he needs to be in Stone Skin or some form of immunity. I suppose a 4-piece feral set now could also work on him because Taurus will fear him being undead faction, right? So this is today's team. I'm not going to go into all that. We're just going to look for the perfect teams, and we're basically looking for this guy. This guy is like the perfect target for me. Now, ideally, they're in Stone Skin as well, which is a very useful factor. And yeah, we're talking about the goods and we're talking about the bads. So let's talk about the bads then. Let's start with the bads. So let me show you this one very quickly. We're going to go fully in auto because ideally when you run this team, it should be full auto. And that's what you would like to see from your team. As you can see there, he doesn't spread all the bombs. He actually did it this time, right? He actually did it. I did see him do that. Anyway, so last night when I was playing with him in the arena, he didn't actually do that. He decided to do his other ability, which was really annoying. So you do need to be careful for his E2, because if you don't click on them, then they can go a bit haywire, right? We didn't do any debuff spread there. Sorry, we're meant to click on at least someone there to make them do that. So you do need to make sure you click because you can weak it. After all, we don't require any accuracy for this strategy. We're going to add head and target Narcissus because it's void, so void makes it more sense. You probably should go for a squishy one in all fairness. So you can see here, boom, on good night overall. So this is the good side of it does bomb very quickly. For some reason, he's not doing it where it was. Maybe we just got a bit unlucky because I just tried it once last night and it was a bit of a problem. Sifi is another counter. If you're not careful, she can be very fast, but block buffs. Swift Harry is another counter that you can also run into in killable champions as well, and obviously sheep as well. Immunity as well, like immunity UDK, we're quite far low down, so I don't feel like we'll find anyone. But immunity can be a big factor. What else could be? Anything, any type of immunity, I suppose. The problem. So you see there, he did his E2, and he didn't spread the bombs. Right, he did his other ability. So and then he takes Stone Skin as well. Brilliant, right? So you need to be careful with him, right? That is what we were trying to talk about. We need to be careful with Loki when we do his ability. So if you're going to do auto, be very, very careful. Vizier is for sure for me is still better. 2 hackers not bad as well. But if you don't have these champions, or if you only have 1 Vizier and you're looking to do double bombs, like my ASTALITH is pretty awful build, if I'm honest. Her build is not very good at the moment, but I'll show you that secondly, and we can kind of see what I mean by that. So yeah, my recommendations, make sure you always click with Loki's E2 on one of the targets that you put the bombers on, so you can go ahead. And you can see there, he didn't spread his bombs, he actually just spreaded the block buffs and the lockout, which, you know, is not bad, but you want him to do the bombs, right? So can he do it without Vizier? It's a bit difficult, yes and no. It would be inconsistent, and it's definitely going to drive you very, very nuts. So be careful of that, and that's one thing to take into consideration. If they're also fasting you, that's also going to be another problem. So that take into consideration. The good news is he can't weak it because it's placed as well. So he's not actually doing anything. He's not hitting them. He's just spreading it. Doesn't require accuracy as well for this role in his kit, so you can take that into consideration. So you can see that he does the bombs this time, and we are looking okay. Now, I don't want him to steal turn meter or the Stone Skin, so I haven't pressed auto for that reason. Will I use him for this role? Probably not. I will probably use him for otherwise. I've got 2 Viziers already, so for me, the Vizier is the way to go, and that's what I'm used to, in all fairness. So you can see here, we can try another one. Maybe this Mephala Lifebane will be an immunity, which is generally what people used to do basically back in the day. You generally want to try and hit people in Stone Skin so you don't kill them, or proc Resurgent, so you have to be careful not to proc Resurgent. You'll generally know that with these style of teams, you won't have this problem really so much. And then we can hit auto on this one because this one doesn't have monkey in. The last one had monkey in, so I'm not too fussed if he steals turn meter. He can strip not Stone Skin, he can strip Inkillable, right? So if there's a Swift Parry now that propped up on that candy, we could use A3 to steal that 1 buff and take that Swift Parry. That's one thing to also take into consideration. Now, Mariska is a counter to him with this ability, so I'm not going to showcase that today because we can do that on a different video for Platinum Arena when we're using Lady M to kind of replace one of his ears to do that role. So what else can we look at potentially? Is this still a strong bomb strategy? Is it still a strong strategy to use overall? I think out of all the bomb strategies, this is probably the strongest for Platinum Arena. Now you can see here that Mephala actually has immunity up, which is not uncommon to see, but we can go ahead and try and steal it. We steal that buff overall, which is fantastic. And then we come back round to the bombs, right? So then, she hasn't been bombed. We stealed her immunity. We dropped him with turn meter. We're going to take another go here. So we're going to make sure we click on him. We spread the 2 bombs onto Mephala. So it can counter. That is a good thing about him. He can counter that problem, right? Obviously, we've got Monkey here that might slap me into the ground, which is why I do say he is a counter to us. So one thing to come be consideration, he didn't do the A2, which we are lucky that he didn't do it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take this up and we'll clean this off. Soul Reap for the win. So yeah, there is goods and bads about him. He can steal that immunity for sure, which is a problem. If there's an intercept stack as well, he will do the same there as well. which would be very, very annoying. But to be honest, Incept sec doesn't really matter too much because you can still bomb the Incept stack, right? So you don't need to worry about it too much. Now, Horsey is a problem because he will counterattack you if you're not careful. If you screw up, like I'm about to. Oh, he doesn't do anything there. He spreads some of the bombs, but he doesn't do anything. He didn't get a chance. There we are. Lovely jubbly. So is there anything else that we can do here? It's very satisfying just watching the bombs go pop, 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 pop. It is very, very nice. Now, again, if you want speed tune, you can do speed tune on Jedward's website using the speed calculator. It's a bit outdated. But you know, it's one of them ones that you can still possibly use and still very, very good overall. And then we will try and do this. He's got shield on him. Yeah, we've got enough attack on me to get rid of UDK. Now, my Astalith is not the best of builds. I will explain why when I show you the builds. She's still a work in progress for sure. And then we can see here we've got another UDK. So when I go up against UDK now, I've just basically just been using bombs against him lately because it's just such an absolute ball ache to do my tokens. But I have to do my tokens, even with Max Great Hall. I have to do my arena tokens because so this is another problem as well. We've got the Yumiko who's got the veils on herself, which just means she's gonna lock me out, but it's fine. Some reason we resisted her with Logan. I might be 3%. But either way, you can see here she'll do her stuff now, and yeah, generally. I think he will need accuracy for steal. That's one thing to kind of take into consideration. But on nukas and stuff like that, it should be fine. We didn't need it earlier, but we did just put all the debuffs on herself because of the passive ability, which is a bit annoying, but hey ho. And then we just wait for her to kind of fall over. So yeah, I use this strategy all the time against UDK because UDK and Stone Skin are really slow, just snoring as hell, and could just be absolute, what's the word, ball ache, I suppose, sometimes. I think that's the correct word to kind of say. Alright, let me have a look at this one. Got two mythicals here, one of the strongest mythicals here. Obviously, you can bomb him. His passive doesn't work against bombs, if you guys wasn't aware already. But we can also steal his block damage with Loki as well. That's why I take Lightning Cage on mine, because then he has a chance of keeping his Stone Skin. And then we're just going to go ahead, drop his turn meter. Fantastic drop there. Which is really nice, right? Like, Monkey could potentially kill us, and we just dropped him down. And now we landed decreased attack on him, which is pretty nice. And then there's block buffs. So Loki does cycle around his abilities very quickly, which is very, very nice. And you can see here, just perfect for this role. So can he work for Platinum Arena? For sure. Just be careful with him. Make sure you learn how he kind of ticks and make sure that you speed tune your team. And then obviously make sure you just attack teams that you're also faster on them. It is very frustrating if you attack a team that's not fast on you. Always make sure you put it on a champion with good affinity as well, so you don't screw yourself up. So you can see there, pop, 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 boing, boing, and when you're ready, there we are. Lovely, isn't it? Isn't it just lovely? So you'll need accuracy to land the block tap to skill and a block debuffs, but you won't need accuracy to spread the bomb. So that's one thing to kind of take into consideration. Let me show you the gear then on these champions. On these two magnificent champions, which is a bit of a tired one to kind of do. So my Arbiter is like 339. My bomb champion needs to be 340 or 338. She's 340, so make sure she's speed tuned first. That is the most important bit. Speed tuned first, right? And then attack coming in of 7,700. However, For plan and push, my recommendation is to use a minimum of 8,500. If you don't have a minimum of 8,500, you could be in trouble. Now, I use this in two ways. I use double bombs, so I don't really have a problem as much. And also, sometimes I run a warlord or something like that to kind of help me. And I'm also working a lot of my regear, right? So, for example, I still need to take up this attack. That helped me a little bit. And then I got a little bit more attack to come here. And then it's just a case of a little bit more attack here. So I've got another 200 attack to come here. I've got a little bit more attack percentage here. This will take me close to 8,000 attack. I do need another 500 somewhere, but it's a case of just farming better gear and overall. Now for blessings, I do go for Soul Reap. For books on Astalith, I just booked this ability for the damage. The cooldown doesn't really matter. And then for the masteries, I just take the attack and that's it. It's just attack that you need. Nothing else really matters, as Astalith doesn't need any accuracy, right? So that's one thing that you can kind of take into consideration. It's probably like the laziest team that you can build when it comes to investments, other than like oils and stuff like that. So Vizier obviously goes first. He is 336. He should be 338 to be speed tuned with the whole team. So I do need to put 2 speed on him. But my Vizier is 238 or something like that. My second Vizier. So that's one thing to kind of take into consideration. These are the gears that we're looking at. And again, we just focus on speed. We're not even worried about anything else, not even accuracy. Masteries there. I have fully booked him because I'm planning to do other videos on him in other content. So keep an eye out for that as well. And yeah, the steel's kind of nice, etc. Like so. So I will go put ahead and probably farm his masteries at some point. I don't really farm masteries. It's just a case of just gemming them when I need them, okay, I suppose, right? There we are. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, right? I brought you Loki, I brought you Astalith like you asked, and I put them together. And hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been Grimreaper. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.